guys, so today I'm going to be reviewing and doing 3 looks with this eyeshadow palette right here. And this is the SHEGLAM In Bloom Kyoto eyeshadow palette. So this is what it looks like, the actual palette, and it's just like a beautiful, very abstract looking picture right here in the front. And I think it's supposed to be like the sky and maybe flowers. I mean, that's at least what it looks like to me. But Kyoto is a city in Japan, and it is just absolutely beautiful. Like, I had never heard of it until I got this palette, and I googled it, and it's just a beautiful city. So this is what the inside looks like, and all the colors inside. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful shades. I'm going to be swatching it now, and then I'm going to be doing 3 looks with it. So the first look is called Cherry Blossom, and I am going to begin with this shade right here in the corner that is called Kimono Kiss. So I am going to be using that on my crease. Before I continue, this camera is a different camera that I've used so far because this is a different phone because my other phone stopped working. So the lighting is a little bit different. This is a different camera. The tripod is the same one, but somehow it just keeps slipping down. So even though I keep putting it up and I put a tape around it, it just doesn't want to stay in its place and it just keeps going down. So I'm going to have to keep like moving it up. All right, so I am going to begin look number 1, which is actually this one I'm wearing right now. Okay, so now I'm going to be using Awesome Blossom, which is this one right here in the corner. And it's like a very light taupe shade, which I'm going to be using on my lid. Okay, so now I'm going to be grabbing Origami Mommy, which is this one right here. And it's a shimmery dark pink. And I'm going to be using that on my outer crease and my outer lid. So now I'm going to be grabbing Bamboozled, and Bamboozled is this shade right here. So that's like a really light type of like mauve-y, very mauve-y pink, but it's like really, really, really light. All right, now I'm going to be grabbing the shade called I Am Who I Am, which is this one right here on the bottom, and I am going to be using that on my lower lash line. I'm going to be using Wet n Wild lipsticks today. So this one is called Rosé and Slay. And this is finished look number 1, Cherry Blossom. On to look number 2. Oh my goodness, so I straighten my hair and it just doesn't want to stay off my face. All right, so look number 2 is going to be called Kyoto Garden, and I'm going to begin Geisha Grape, which is this one over here. Right there on the top. Geisha Grape is kind of like a mauve shade. So it's actually quite pigmented as well. As you can see, like, you can see it. I haven't blended it yet, and as you can see, I used it on my crease and above my crease. I'm going to now grab a larger brush that's clean and try to blend. So now I am going to be grabbing I Am Who I Am. It's a play on words. And it's this one down here that is purple. It's like a very muted plum shade. So muted plum. Lots of blue in it. And I am going to be using that right here on my lid. Alright, now I am going to be using that same shade, and I'm going to be bringing it out here on my outer crease as well. I'm gonna now grab Plum Wine, which is this dark shade up here. It's like a shimmery purple, and I'm going to be using that on my lid. Alright, now I am going to be grabbing Sashimi Over, and I am going to be using Sashimi Over on my bottom lash line. And I just think that that shade, which is this one right here in the corner, it's a pretty, very light muted purple shade. But even though it's like light and muted, you can still see it. So I am going to finish off this look with the shade Bamboozled. And Bamboozled is this shade right here, which is this very, very shimmery light pink. So I'm going to be using that on my inner corner. Okay, so for this look, I'm going to be using the shade Close Off, also Wet n Wild. And this is finished look number 2. Alright, now I'm going to begin with look number 3. And look number 3 is called Kyoto Sunset. So I'm going to start with Sashimi Over, and I am going to be using that shade on my crease. Again, Sashimi Over is this shade right here, and I'm going to be using that above my crease. It's a very, very light muted purple. And even though it's a very light muted purple, it's showing up. I'm going to be using Dress to Impress, and Dress to Impress is this bright purple right there, and I am going to be using that. I'm going to be using that on my outer crease and on my lid. I'm grabbing it so lightly, so lightly, because it's a really, really strong shade. just a strong color. But what I mean is like they're very soft, these eyeshadows. They just like glide on really nicely. They're not chalky whatsoever. Okay, now I am going to blend because there's a lot. I am going to be grabbing Kimono Kiss, and I am going to be using that on my lower lash line. Kimono Kiss is this light pink shade right there. It's a matte and it's light pink. And I'm going to be using that on my lower lash line. Okay, so now I am going to grab Me So Pretty, and it's this shimmery shade down here. It's purple, and I'm going to be using that on my lid. I'm gonna try to like really grab it, like just really press my brush in there, because I feel like many of these shimmers, for the first time when you first use them, you have to kind of like really dig your brush in there to get some color out of them. But once you get that color out of them, like you don't need to do that again, because they actually pick up a lot of pigment. Look how pretty that is. It's just like a beautiful shade. My finger just a little bit. I feel like this look needs lashes. Okay, so the last thing I'm gonna do with this look is I am going to be grabbing Gen Zen, which is the sky blue, and I'm gonna be using that on my inner corner. It's this one right here. Grab something from the Urban Decay Vice palette. I'm going to be grabbing the Mad, the shade Mad. Mad is a purpley shimmery shade. So I'm going to be putting on some of this from Wet n Wild, and this is their setting spray. It's called Face Mist, Wet n Wild, from the Blooming collection, and it's kind of like very like pearly, as you can see. So I am going to be using that on my face right now. Okay. I'm gonna put on some eyelashes. Actually, I am going to be putting these. They're the Ardell Nike lashes in the style 421, which are these right here. Look how pretty these are. And then I'm gonna be using this lash glue and eyeliner in one in black, and this is from Kiss Glue Liner, matte finish, foolproof, easy touch up. And I have never tried this before. Okay, so I'm supposed to apply the liner like I normally would any other liner. But it acts as a glue. Okay, and it says before it dries, I need to apply the lashes. And it says to use it on clean, makeup-free eyelids, but my eyelids are pretty much full of makeup, so It just is what it is, isn't it? Okay, let's see. Oh, I don't think I put it all the way over here. Okay, let's put it a little bit here because I didn't put it all the way over here. I think one thing that you're supposed to do with lashes is to trim them if they're too long for you, and this one is definitely too long for me. Like, it's actually hitting me right here in my inner eye. Anyways, this is finished look number 3, called Kyoto Sunset. Alright. Oh my gosh, I feel like these lashes are so distracting. Alright, so let me give you my final thoughts on this eyeshadow palette. So, first of all, the packaging is just gorgeous. Ever since I saw it, like, it just blew me away. The box itself that it comes in is just like pink, but then when you look at the packaging on this, you imagine purples and blues or something like that, and when you open it up, it actually matches the packaging. There's purples, there's pinks, and there's a blue right there. So the color story is just gorgeous. It's beautiful. I feel like I didn't have any trouble whatsoever with them blending or patchiness, except for like that one shade that I think it was I Am Who I Am. But I don't know if that was because of what I had underneath, which was basically just a stick concealer, which is this one right here. So it was kind of still wet when I put it on. So that might have been it. But other than that, like, it just didn't give me any problems. All right, so as for the shimmers, if you really dig your brush in there, at least the first time with these down here, they're gonna, like, I guess there's like a little layer on top that doesn't let you pick up as much, but then if you dig in on the first try, then it's actually gonna show up and it's gonna pick up the product. The other ones that are more like, I would say they're more like satiny shimmers are these up here, the Plum Wine, Origami, Mommy, and then those two are more satiny shimmers. So they're not like in your face shimmers like the ones down here, which is Bamboozled and Me So Pretty. These two. The rest of the shades are just matte. But those are mattes that are not patchy. They blend really well. They're so super soft. They don't feel chalky whatsoever. These are 2 of them. Oof, my fingers are really dirty. So yeah, these are some of them right here. I barely touched them, by the way. So they're absolutely beautiful. I think that I would definitely recommend this palette. Like, I feel like it has the pigment, like the right amount of pigment. I feel like it's very workable. There are some palettes that the pigments are so strong and they pick up so much product with just touching it a little bit, that if you're not used to a lot of color, like vibrant colors, it's kind of intimidating. But with these, you could build them up to look like they look on the pan, and so it's a little bit more foolproof, and that is great, especially for beginners. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this palette. I absolutely love it. I think it cost me around $7 or $8, and it was on Shein, so you can definitely use a coupon, and I used a 20% off coupon. Now, eyeshadow palettes are non-refundable, so you cannot send it back or exchange it or get your money back if you don't like it. Yeah. Okay, I also wanted to share my nails. These are also from Shein, and aren't they like the prettiest? There's this one, there's this. I actually did a nail haul the other day, and these were in there. Anyways, yeah, I love this palette. I do recommend it. I think it's super pretty, and yeah, I give it 2 thumbs up. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a great day and stay safe out there. Bye.